Back in action here at Southeast. 5:42 left in the first period. St. Paul out to an early 7-0 lead over the Lady Lancers from Southeast. Southeast now with the ball. That's number 13. Robertson has it on the left side. Kicks it off to the right now to Haynes. Puts up the shot. It's no good. Southeast gets the rebound. Back out front now to number 5. Jackson puts up a shot. It's also no good. Rebounded by St. Paul. Emily Hutcherson with the rebound. Drives it coast to coast again. This time puts up the layup, but it's no good. Rebound by with 5:09 left here in the first quarter and a 7-0 lead. St. Paul inbounds the ball now. Start by Southeast. Southeast with the ball now on their own end of the floor. Number 4, Anna Thompson's checked into the game. And she dribbles around the top of the key, but she's fouled by Taylor Watrick. And turnover on the Lady Lancers. St. Paul with it in their own end of the floor now. Watrick comes up to play defense and fouls Thompson out front. First foul on Watrick. Rebound, number 5, Jackson. She tries to put up a follow-up, but Katie Coombs stripped it from her from behind. St. Paul's got the ball now back down the court to their own end. Coombs out front over to left to McCracken. Cross-court pass now to Watrick. Watrick puts up the Jackson, tries to pass it off underneath to Bittner. It's knocked away by Coombs. Now the ball's on the floor, rolling around. Nobody can come up with it. Finally, Buffington gets it, tries to put up a shot, tried to go for the ball. So another turnover on Southeast. St. Paul leads 12-0 now with 3:41 left. Hutcherson, who drains the 3 from the top of the key. So good night so far for Emily Hutcherson with 5 here in the first quarter for Southeast St. Paul basketball. Good game put together here so far by the Lady. Carter inbounds it to Hutcherson, brings it across midcourt. Hutcherson across the timeline, passes left side. So turnover on the Lady Indians. 15-0 is the score. First quarter, 2:43 left. Jenkins is good. Puts Southeast on the board. St. Paul leads now 15-3. Full court pressure by Southeast as they bring it down. There's a foul on the screen as Claire Bradshaw was trying to defend Jenkins. And I believe Robertson tried to set the screen. Bradshaw just ran right into her, got called for the foul. It's the first foul on Bradshaw, team foul number 2. 2 team fouls apiece for the Indians and kicks it back to Robertson. Robertson now on the right wing, guarded by Bradshaw. Passes it down low to Jenkins, who feeds it underneath the basket to number 12, Myrick, who puts up a shot at the free throw line. First shot's up and off the front of the rim, no good. 15-3, St. Paul leads, 1:39 left. Across the court to the left side, passes off to Watrick, takes a look, slows things down, bounce. Southeast gets it back with 1 minute, 15 seconds left here, and it's good. 15-5 in favor of St. Paul. Bittner looking for someone to throw it into, throws it into Jackson. Pretty Bittner. That's full court pressure again by Southeast as she passes. Southeast called timeout. Buffington, who was uncovered, and Jackson looking to throw the place game at the Lancer Classic. Paul has a 15-8 lead as we start the second quarter. Southeast with the ball. They bring it inbounds. Right side, Jenkins kicks it down low to 17-8 now in favor of St. Paul. 7:26 left before halftime. Southeast, but she carries the ball. Turnover on Southeast. Left side now to Katie Coombs. Coombs cross-court pass to Watrick. Tries to dribble the lane, but she's shut down. That's her second. And underneath, Jenkins looks to throw it into Buffington, who travels on the floor for St. Paul. St. Paul breaks the press. Watrick's got a basket. Gives St. Paul a 20-8 through there. 21-8. St. Paul, everything to the right side is Wren. Wren to Myrick, and there's a tie-up underneath. Pass back down to Robertson, who was under the back. That shot from Coombs, and it bounced off one of the Lady. Jackson has it out front, kicks it to St. Paul. Take the basket, kicks it to Bradshaw across midcourt on the left side. 21-8 is the score. Forward now down the left for Southeast. Bradshaw pointer gives South 11, so really well in the first to Wren. One foul on Jackson. They on an out-of-bounds play to the line to shoot three. Just a minute, they're not going to let her check in yet. 12 was the score, 3:45. So 1 out of 3 on free throws listed. Right up, goes out on St. Paul. That is Jackson looking in, control of it, gets it back, kicks it out to Katie Coombs, who passed for Wren. We'll see who that's going to be on. Shot up by Jackson off the front of the rim, no good. She'll get favor of the Lady Indians as Watrick brings the ball down, and she's blocked. Over thought she was subbing. She's just coming over to talk to Coach Tuck as Watrick goes to the line, shoot the one. 8 fouls on the Lady Indians, 7 on the Lady as Myrick steps out to throw the underneath for Buffington. Buffington has it, cross it out front now to try to inbound the ball. Southeast making some substitute. Takes over, comes back with one, hands it off instead to Robertson. Dribbles around the right side here in the Lancer Classic third place game over the Lady Lancers. Kick it to the right side to Watrick. Watrick passes back out front to on number 23, Buffington. That's her. 23-16 is the score. One rebound there by Jackson, bringing the ball down for Southeast. Turnover on the Lady Indians. They win. Turnover St. Paul, Southeast. So things heating up. Side takes a look underneath, nobody there. Passes it now to Myrick, who is making the cut. Team the score. St. Paul Lady. And defensively, Lady Indians came out here, held Southeast scoreless for the majority of the first quarter before themselves, which allowed them to get back into this game where St. Paul comes in now with a 5-point lead. The real problem for Southeast was the turnovers they have the last few games. The Indians are really being able to pick things up after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to the St. Paul Indian back. High School, the Lancer Classic, where tonight the Lady Indians of St. Paul have a 23-18 lead over the Lady. Taylor Watrick had 4 points, where it's pretty good, but this 47% I think is well for 41% outside the three-point line. They shot 5 times, made 3 of them for 60%. To continue here as we get ready to start the second half. The boys team, Mike McCracken along with you. Dan Vitt will be along later on for the boys games to help out on that call, so you have to bear with me as we finish out. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we get ready to start the second half here for the Lady Indians. Appreciate everyone joining us on some bandwidth issues, I think, on our internet connection, but the live stream's up and running. Oh, as St. Paul brings the ball in, Taylor Watrick has it at midcourt, just run over and knocked to the floor, but no foul called regardless. So Watrick will on the left ring. Watrick stays in the game, so toughness showed there by Watrick as she dribbles top. St. Paul, same 5 that started the game. Southeast got the ball now. St. Paul on defense. And the foul's going to be on number 12, Sydney McCracken. That's her first foul. 18's your score here as we just get underway in the second half at the third place game of the Lady Lancer Classic at Southeast High School after missing the second of her 2 free throws. Myrick takes the ball. The second shot again is up and roll. Katie Coombs. 25-18 now, Lady Indians. Jenkins has the ball underneath. She'll throw it in bounds by number 1, Jenkins. Second foul on Jenkins. Team foul 1 for Southeast. So Southeast will get possession under the basket throw it inbounds now. Going to throw it in, and she does to Robertson. Robertson driving the baseline. Ball in, gets it to Watrick. Watrick looking ahead. Full court pressure still by the Lady Lancers. This time turnover on a bad pass. And Jackson, turnover on St. Paul as they drive back down the length of the floor now. Looks like a 30-second timeout for St. Paul. So we'll take. Watrick has it on the left side. Kicks it back to Hutcherson as they try to break this number 2 on Southeast. Watrick go to the line to shoot 2, Parman, and let Southeast get themselves back in this game as they try to make a. Watrick steps out in front of the St. Paul bench to throw the ball inbounds. Finds Carter, who throws up a quick 3 from the right side, bounces off, no good. Rebounds Myrick down the right side, throws it out to Jenkins, dribbles the baseline, passes underneath to Jackson, who puts up the shot for 2, ties this game at 25. Lady Indians now bring the ball down the court. Watrick double teamed on the pressure. Pass it off to Carter. Carter to mid-court. Pass it to Emily Hutcherson now, who drives through the lane, splits the defense, passes it to Katie Carter, or Katie St. Paul. Set up the offense now. Hutcherson has it out front. Pass to the left side to Watrick, over to Carter on the left side deep. Back out front to Watrick, to Bradshaw. Bradshaw looking back for Southeast. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. This is St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Back in action, Southeast. They bring the ball in as Southeast comes out with it. So turnover on St. Paul as they drive down the floor across midcourt now is Robertson. Passes it down low on the right side to Hartman. Back out to Robertson to Jenkins out front. Jenkins dribbles towards the free throw line. Back to Robertson. She throws it left side to Wren. Robertson's got it again. Drives the lane. Kicks it out left to Wren. Foul on Southeast. St. Paul basketball. They bring the ball inbounds. Emily Hutcherson looking for someone to throw it to. Taylor Watrick cuts across in front of her and gets the ball thrown in. She's trying to bring it down through the pressure. Dribble at the length of the floor across mid left side towards Wren, but she is fouled by Claire Bradshaw. That'll be the first foul on Claire. Team foul number 2 for St. Paul. Back out to Jenkins. Throws out the 3, but it's long. No good. Rebound Emily Hutcherson. She's double team down low and loses possession of the ball. Southeast comes up with it. Underneath to Wren, who puts it up short, no good. Scrambles for it underneath. Southeast maintain possession with Jenkins coming. Officials timeout. Got it straightened out now, so the substitution. Thompson checks into the back out the left side to Hutcherson. Out front to Watrick, who drives the lane, makes a spin move, throws up the shot, no good, but she's fouled. Southeast get right back in this ball game. Watrick steps to the line for the first of 2. It's up off the front of the rim, no good. Watrick's second shot's up and through there, 30-27. St. Paul lead, 2:09 left in the third quarter. Southeast brings the ball down the length of the floor. Long pass from Thompson was intended for Wren, but it's knocked out of bounds by St. Paul. Deflected ball, and Southeast maintained possession on the arrow. Southeast going to take the ball in under their own basket. That is Wren looking to throw the ball in. She throws it over to the right side to Jack. They're talking about it now. The officials discussing who they're going to call the foul on. 2 team fouls for St. Paul. Watrick has it now. Midcourt throws it down along the left side to Hutcherson. Hutcherson looks underneath for brings it in now. Jenkins has it. Dribbling towards midcourt, crosses the timeline. Guarded out there by Hutcherson. Now she dribbles around the left side. Watrick tries to come up, but shows the ball down low on the left side to Robertson. Robertson out to Jackson, who's fighting for it. She's slow to get up. Maybe got the wind knocked out of her. We hope she's all right. But number 13, Robertson, puts up underneath the Southeast basket, and it is. Hutcherson goes down, throw the ball inbounds. Hutcherson looking to Watrick, throws it over to be on number 24, Hartman, and it is. Hartman's second foul. 6-team foul as St. Paul bring the ball in. Watrick, Robertson guarded by Watrick, kicks it down low on the right side. Wren drives the baseline, pass inside now to Coons at the free throw line. they're going to talk about the change, possible change on the clock. What we've got going. McCracken, Watrick, Coombs, Hutcherson, and Struthers on the floor for St. Paul. There by Myrick, jump ball, St. Paul keep it on the possession arrow. In the middle to Katie Coombs, who got it in the lane on the bonus. St. Paul, 17.6 left, third period here at the Lancer Classic as the Lady Indians back out of bounds. Turnover, big turnover here. St. Paul got an opportunity to break this tie. It drives the lane, puts up the shot, no good, but she's fouled. First shot is up and bounces off the back of the rim, no good. Up to the line now, looks it over. Second shot, gets a layup, and game. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on back here at the Lancer Classic. We are. It's third place game where the Lady Indians, Lady Lancers foul. Fourth team foul on St. Paul. Southeast basketball. They throw it inbounds to Jenkins out front. Stolen away by Hutcherson. She goes down for the layup, puts it up, and it's good. 35-32 in favor of the Lady Indians. 7:31 left in the ball game. Southeast brings the ball across midcourt, top of the key. Back out front again on the right side to Jenkins. Cross-court pass now to Jackson, who quickly to the floor. They're going to call that on number team fouls on Southeast, 4 on St. Paul. So Southeast good. Southeast rebound. Jackson with it. She brings it across midcourt, looks left side, and Southeast maintains possession. Jackson now underneath the basket, looking to throw it in back. 50 left in the ball game. Watrick's got it now. Full court press again. Southeast. St. Paul breaks the press. Jenkins has it as she dribbles towards midcourt. Guarded out there now by Hutcherson at the timeline. No, they call it on Sydney McCracken, number 12. Myrick loses the handle on it, goes out of bounds off of Southeast. Same shot, and it's good. Nice layup behind by the Southeast lane at timeout.